Victoria Regina, 1872. Reflections in glass window. World War I monument. Hardy, Hurst, Symington. ANZ. The roar of an engine. Deep purr. Steep hill. The smell of stir-fry. Drinking fountain. The last enemy. Are you going swimming? $2 plus. An engine roars. Cutlery sorted. The beat of a car stereo. Sharp shadows. Car stops. Zebra crossing. A woman looks out. A man gets in. Statues. Alcohol-free zone. Trains waiting in the station. Family sits and eats in a cafe. Red man. Third of a car stereo. Frederick Ash Limited. Ugly building like a spaceship. Car parked, door open. A woman looks for something. Merewether Street. Ray gun blast, green man, walk. Crossing train tracks. Cool breeze. Cumulus nimbus. Ships in the harbour. Huge ships in the dock loading up with coal. No fishing on the timber deck. An empty glass. Water laps. Cirrus stratus. Nobby's Island in the distance. A man holds his cigarette backwards. A smoker with his fishing rod puffs out his thoughts. Japanese tattoos. A can of Jim Beam. Another car engine. Yachts and kites. A man smokes and reels in his catch. Music. Donut-shaped cloud. Skateboarder passes by. Man takes photos. Friends sit on a balcony. The water laps on the rocks. Palm trees. Rusted iron girder. The smell of a barbecue. Mussels. Tattoos. Watchtowers like iron crow's nests. A man busks and sings incomprehensible words. Sounds like Bob Dylan. And there's the harmonica. Now he whistles. Live music ahead. Yeah, exclaims the busker behind me. Laughing. A bell rings. Pizza. A woman sits staring at nothing. Sweet Home Alabama. Fat couple sitting down. Man talks on his phone. No idea what he's saying. Feeling hungry. I sit down. Wasn't he moving to Queensland before? Souped up American car. Crap singing carried by the wind. Heading back. Need to eat. Watt Street. Newcastle's most historic street. Woman with a suitcase. Pink bag. An old man sits and stares at the station. Checks his battered blue bag. Takes out a leaflet. Maybe a timetable. A dog leans out the window. Pink scooter for the girl. Blue scooter for the boy. An old lady falls over. Dark clouds behind the orange triangle. 2 men I saw this morning, fishing silently. My shadow on the ground as I write. Blokes in cars, loud music. Beautiful butterfly. Yellow flowers by the water. Yellow souped up pickup truck shits its roar on the road. Get out of it. Free hugs? No thanks. Small child picks at a flower in her pushchair. Orange triangles. Nobby's Island. First sighted by James Cook on the 10th of May 1770. Rough sea. Strong sea breeze. Lost flip-flop. Footprints in the sand that covers the road. Small monument to Macquarie Pier, 1818. The edge of the Pacific Ocean. Purple flowers, grassy dunes. A gull flies overhead. The sound of a helicopter. A girl carries a spangly hat. A man holds his hand to shield his eyes as he looks over the water. Dogs on the beach. A trawler sails past. Kites of the kite surfers. Barking, yapping dogs. An older couple walk and smile at the dogs. A small aeroplane zips overhead, low above the kites. Abandoned railway tracks, covered in the main by sand. Old railway tracks, broken bottles, sleepers used for seats. Nobby's lighthouse, starkly white against the sky. Shortland Devils written in concrete. Letters filling up with sand. Long bridge in the distance. Lightning in the distance. Lightning again. Rough sea. Discarded footprints. Cry of a gull. Huge ships cross the horizon. Awkward walking in the sand. Cool breeze. A feather. Tire tracks. Gentle kites belying the wind's strength. Rounded weathered footprints like old fossils. Cumulus stratus in the distance. The sea flees. Sand in my sandals. Try to dodge through the kite flies. Clumps of seaweed. A haze of sand. Boys digging in the sand. The church in the distance. Water in footprints catches the light and sinks into the sand. The sea has always been running from something. The sun reappears. Hat back on. Tiny holes in the sand. Dry and wet sand. Strange to think that Captain Cook was once on the horizon. The wind, the sound of the sea, the clouds, no different then. Broken footprints, like statues of ancient times. A pile of towels and possessions. Plastic coffee lid half buried. Flags flutter. Lifeguards watch. Flip-flops and a Coke can. Breakwater splashes on the path. A lady looks out to sea. Copy and paste ships on the horizon. Another customised pickup. Another one for sale. More dead birds on the beach. Blown over umbrella. The sun is covered by clouds. The sea falls quiet behind this building. Huge waves. Volleyball courts are empty. See you, mate. Strong sun again. Puddles. Wet sand. Reflections. Skateboarders on ramps. Iran Ali. Sacred space. Now a rather sad place. Joggers jog past oblivious. Walkers penned in. No sense of the sacred unless you read the sign. The ships come, they take away, and the earth dies a little bit more. Cranes behind the sacred rock. Too little, too late. 9 vast ships. Bogey hole. Steps down into the bathing area. Iron hoops rammed in the rocks. 0.24.41. 0.30. Blast of a ship's horn. Suddenly very quiet. The wind settles. The sea is distant. Water gathered in a tub. Old concrete building. Barred gate. There was a wedding here yesterday. Old observation post. Barred windows and doors. Empty, yet full. Lost sounds. Graffiti. Cracks in the walls. Twisted, rusted iron like old fossils. my shadow on the surface. Radar, lines, old gateposts, newspaper flaps in the letterbox, missing cat, I think of Tiggy. A hosepipe lays across the path, water gushes into a patch of nondescript verge. 2 pigeons, full with their shadows, startle me. Victorian-looking houses, frisbee players. Grass grows in the cracks in the pavement. Voices behind me. The frisbee lands on the road, a sound from my childhood. Orange and lemon frisbees, faded over time. The obelisk. Number 6. 2 lions. Alien birds. Missing people. Crested birds. An empty bandstand. Why do people shout out their cars? Roadworks. Purple flowers in the rubble. I loved it. I just had so much to play with. But Carlos... Scratched star in the pavement. The grass scratches at my feet. Newcastle below me. The twittering of strange birds. Vegetation creeps over the steps. Distant voices. Children inside a house nearby. Cabbage white butterfly. Birds again. Save for the motorcycle, the sound of Jurassic Park. No stopping. I stopped to write it down. Tripped up. I laughed to hide my embarrassment. Did anyone see? Balconies with ornate edges. A skip full of cut vegetation. To the dump, to the dump, to the dump on the side. Tall aerials. Telegraph wires. Cracked pavement. Steep hill. Sofa on the balcony, empty today. The smell of the past. Cracked bins. The smell of someone else's home. Empty basketball court. Big Lego church. 45. Overgrown verge. Lilac blossoms. David Jones. Christmas tree. A dumb laugh. Unclaimed post. Everything is shut now. Empty. No one sits on the benches. Man at the phone box. Full bins. Chinese speaker in shop. Lieutenant H.B. Allen. Depressing building. Hollow windows. Skateboarding down the road. Best ever breakfast and lunch. Pedestrian crossing signs. Yellow H. Blue building, blue sky. Concrete semicircles. Give blood. G'day. Discover God's love. Military barrack. First building on the southern side of the block was erected in the early years of the penal settlement. Rusted ironwork. Dirty pink. Drying wetsuits. Empty building. Battered rusting aircon fixed on the windows. Newcastle police station. Faded colours. Buchanan. H27R. Forensic psychiatry. 18 Victoria Regina 90. Melbourne Cup. Uphill. Traffic warden looks like a Canadian Mountie. Sapling. School zone. Road closed. The car drives anyway. Weathered blocks. Lego church looms large. Cathedral. Cumulostratus. Placement of ashes in the memorial garden may be arranged. 40. View of the harbour. Sound of running water in the drains. Chatter of lessons in the school. Fallen blossoms. Heavy weather, broken bottles, peach-coloured church, dark windows, grey corrugated roof. A car drives past, rolled up newspaper, birds in the distance, soft shuffle of footsteps, peeling bark, turret, steep hill, Coke can on a pile of leaves. Boring buildings, bland and lifeless. An engine starts. Auction, historic mansion, green telegraph post. Australian flag flutters. Old gateposts. Hinges missing their gates. Idiot. Breeze picks up. Birds sound like creaking hinges. Stop. A car's brakes squeak. 1, 2, 3, 4. No junk mail. Large wall. Figures of the terracotta army. One way. Rusted foliage. Sold. Trees. Hungry. Ominous dullness. Pretty balconies. Crossing ahead. A prison? A lost scarf. Plaque 1918. Lopsided flower pot. Alcohol-free zone. Autumn leaves still on the ground. Orange flowers stark in the dullness. Empty bottle, little bit left. Kitchen of parade. Rooftops and bungalows. Alloy wheels and pink seats. Running water in the drain. A car comes past from behind. A cyclist turns the corner. A thick blanket of cloud. Molly, we heart you forever. Second, 08. Water in the drain cover. Jen. Names written in concrete. Reverse alarm in the distance. A paper skeleton. Uphill. My keys jangle. 23 painted on the curb. Scottish flag on the back of the car. Paw prints in concrete. A row of wheelie bins. Plastic bag swings with his gait. Black and white birds squawk. San Jose. Pink number plate. Reclaim the night. A lady shuts her book. The car starts and reverses out the drive. Smiley face painted on a bin. Dog walkers. Share the path. A woman strides ahead purposefully. Boarded up flats, corrugated iron. Undermined. Strange bird, yellow beak and feet. Car horn blasts. 000 bus. View over Newcastle. Walkers taking exercise. Sunburned girl, plugged in, walking. Bar beach. Large beach. Cold wind. Pneumatic drill. FTW is gay. Men with blowers. A man laughs. He claps. He chats with a lady. Two girls walking. Neat garden. Table and chair. Girls get into car. Man talks on his mobile ahead. An old lady combs her white hair with her hands. Customised green van. Danger, high voltage. Half a face peers over balcony. Grey and white modernist building. A dog barks, trimming grass, rust. A girl skips a step. Greyness. The street lights on. A lady's outing. The sound of someone's water feature. Byron, 2002. How's that? White walls. The sound of something knocking in the wind. Tree shredding, the pneumatic drill and reverse alarm. Faded blinds, a car starts, someone shouts. Old wooden, weather-worn house. Rusted letterbox. It's raining. I felt a drop. Worn out Art Deco. Another half a face. Water collected in the gutter. A leaf falls in front of me. The trees are stirring. Drops of rain. More wooden houses past their best. The smell of flowers. 1840. Malvern cert. Rust on the white boards of a house. The radar sound of the crossing. Pizza carton on the ground. Ugly concrete building. Ugly day. An old lady with a shopping bag. Stains from washed off graffiti. Green footprints. Area closed in strong winds. Irish pub. Monochrome flowers painted on concrete. Idiot again. A man collects his parking ticket. Very faded signs. Ugly road. Shut down amusement arcade. Cinema. A man squats to smoke. The smell of maple trees. Graffiti picture of a blue whale. Huge square woman. Banging flagpoles. Shoes for sale. Ugly car park. A woman smokes on a bench, checks her nails. A child calls out behind me. Shop assistant folds clothes for want of anything better to do. Old man presses buttons on the ATM. A woman on her phone eating. The jingle of keys. Reflections in the water collected in the drain cover. A lady eats a jacket potato alone, reading a magazine. Steep hill. Footsteps behind me. Engine purrs. Black and white paint on the pavement. Australian flag blows in the wind. Birds squawking. Cardboard boxes in a side passage. A lady shields her cigarette as she lights it. Bald man crosses the street. Looks down at the ground. A young man sits on a bench, hands in his pockets. A schoolgirl looks through her bag, then looks up. Man with white shirt, white hair, and an umbrella. The wind gets up. A man walks and runs round the corner. A lady with a pink umbrella marches up the hill. Male 1, male 2. Patchwork of concrete cracked and pitted. Large houses. The sofa on the porch again. A dog leans out the window of a passing car. Children playing somewhere to my right. Cracked, flaking paint. Patches of tester colour on the facade of a house. Empty bottles around a sapling. The turret again. Leading light tower. High curbs. Houses seem stuck in autumn. A Halloween pumpkin with a tea light beside it. A laugh. A squashed Coke can. What was the message? Barbed wire. Fire hydrant. I remember myself on the other side of the street. The terracotta army figures. Synagogue. No right turn. Ribbons around the trees, yellow, orange, purple. Man lights a cigarette. Newcastle War Memorial Cultural Centre. Return shoot. Pink car for her, blue car for him. Both metallic finish. Roadworks. A lion in the garden. Another car for sale. Voices in a garden just ahead of me. Huge trees like great limbs. Old wooden houses with balconies. 36. Bygone age. A man blows leaves. A man walks past. No real expression. Headphones on his head. Can of drink in his hand. Striped painted wooden seats on a veranda. A trumpet plays. Puddle and its reflection. Birds fighting. Another pumpkin on a balcony. Pink roses over an arch. Feels very alien here. Lilac and green. Hammering. Birds flap their wings as if clockwork models. I think of Alfred Hitchcock's The Birds. Painted wooden house and the birds. A strange sense of foreboding. Long stretches of road. Headlights on a car up ahead. The sound of kids at school. An old woman on a chair stares ahead towards them. An abandoned shopping trolley. Open drain. A girl walks past me, clutching a folder to her chest. The school bus waits. The radar beeps of several crossings. Red and white tape across the pavement. Lorry parked with hazard lights on. Union Jack flag in the back of its cab. A lion guards a gate with a letterbox beneath. Abandoned cap on a short post. Thrown out carpet crumpled in a front garden. A dog barks. A jogger in a pink top. The Sally Army. Sports ground. Very heavy skies. Forklift truck beeps its horn. A lady takes a photo on a mobile phone. Prepare to stop. Fire engine. Siren going. Man holds a sign saying slow. Garage. Lady pushes her baby. Workers in the office stare at computer monitors. A lady pulls a trolley. A mobile fruit shop. Bright white light and increasing gloom. A lady lights her fag at the bus stop. Empty bags left under the seat. Woman with I Heart t-shirt in the passenger seat of a car. Laughter somewhere behind me. Don't be a tosser. Lady sits outside, fag high in her hand. The rain starts to fall. 3 ladies with umbrellas. One of them coughs. A fountain. A light in a tree. Empty benches looking out. A man in a white hat whistles. Man in a suit enters the door. Barbed wire fence. Demolished building. Empty space. Rusted pipes and windows. Strange hairdo. Traffic cones. Man in shades smokes a cigarette. Empty glasses outside a bar. Convict lumberyard. YHA. Laundromat. Old buildings. A man on a bench sits holding his suitcase. This is what I saw in Street View. Crickets. Car parked. Door open. Someone sits inside. Modern buildings, old buildings, side by side. Empty hairdressers. Voices from inside somewhere. The sea. Noisy red car. Pipes and tap in a flower bed. Girl on a balcony high above. David Cohen and Co. The wind again. T and G. A young girl kicks her leg up. Peeling paint Exposed bricks. Tony's hairdressing. Deadly day. Family portrait in a photographer's window. Man with a baseball cap in a bar with his feet up, looks out. A woman laughs. A bird calls. Empty benches. 4:15. Squeaky van. 06.1L. Derelict house closed in with wire. Soon to be demolished. Footsteps behind me. Old man with a fag in a bus shelter. Cafe bar. Wide patchwork roads. Iron in the pavement where a sign once stood. Nicely painted houses. Fire safety drill, do not obstruct. Another dilapidated house, fenced in. A bird laughs behind me. Lumberyard, a history. White House, no windows, some without glass, others boarded up. The Well, private car park, Monday to Friday. Please empty. Park, scarlet flowers. A child plays in the park. Railway carriage shed. Rain? Distant shouting and a distant plane. A bell chimes the hour. 4. The line of old rail tracks. Sign for toilets. Distant cars. A large pond. Bridge across. Drowned sunflowers. More discarded sunflowers. Circular walk. Heritage walk. A Wabakal spiritual site. Playground and fishery. Chained up wheelie bin. 2 men walk on the other side of the road. Litter. Modern apartments. A woman walks with a green shopping bag. Annoying fly buzzing me. Rugby league memorial. Nobby's lighthouse. All sounds are distant. An old fort. School special 811. Playground. Newspaper in a plastic bag stuffed in the letterbox of number 40. Red and white balloons stuck on a telegraph wire. Overturned wheelie bin. People sit and chat on the veranda. The sea, great waves. Spongy tarmac, spongy grass. The big ship still in view. Concrete cliffs, huge waves. A man fishes over the balustrade. A chin and a mouth in a wing mirror. Parked cars, drivers look at the sea. People parked, not doing anything. Cyclists arriving from somewhere. Battered white camper van, man in luminous shirt. Motorcyclist. Orange flowers, white flowers. Car with its headlights on. Here again. For sale, lady owner, $2,200. Post van. SVH. Indicator. Car parts. Motorcyclist, long ponytail, holds his helmet and tries to make a call. You're at your place, are you? Blue bicycle. RNB. Pay here. No parking day or night. TV music. Door open inside someone's house. Stairs. Dead baby bird. Sofa outside a house. Empty bottle beside it. Orange car. Air conditioning. Man in a woolen hat and bag. Man in a bus shelter listens to the radio. Backpackers by the beach. 20 to 5 on the clock. Girl with strange hairdo stands on a box and paints the word Saturday on a hoarding. A man yawns. Glass of beer in front of him. AF Toll, Noise Brothers, Sydney. Old painted advert. A woman drives. She doesn't know where she's going. Heel scrape. A woman looks in through the window. Bright sunlight. World War I soldier looks down. Skin cancer clinic. Open door, restaurant. Workers in the kitchen. We are moving. Bulging pavement. The Dick Tower. Pride of place. A ute. Ill-sounding car. A woman asks me a question. I've no idea what she said. I say, no thanks. Turquoise car. Crap music comes from a shop. Pedestrian access only. Crossing high above the railway tracks. A train passes beneath. A speedboat. Down the spiral staircase. Queen's Wharf Tower. People eating dinner in a pizza restaurant. A fighter jet somewhere behind me. And another. The family eating look up to find it. The fat man does his paperwork. Alighting from the ferry. Where are you going? Skateboarder. Booked now for Christmas party. Skateboarder crosses the zebra crossing. Car backfires. Bright sunlight on the water. Man gets up wearing too much for the weather. I beg your pardon? A seagull. The sound of water gently lapping. Never really thought about it, but the smell of the sea. A child has a tantrum. Palm trees. Huge ships loading. A man carries his daughter's bike. She sits down and cries. Her father sits in the sun. A plane flies overhead. Seagulls follow a fishing boat. A pelican comes. A girl talks on her phone. A man talks to himself. Clouds begin to block the sun. Well, what do you want to do? Walk? Whale watching. Bars and cafes. Old railway tracks embedded in the pavement. Maritime centre. History, excitement, real ships. Main switchboard. A man stands, hands in his pockets. Hospitality. Say, excuse me. A girl sits and plugs in her earphones. Distant bells. Cumulus stratus. Danger, keep out. A jogger. Keep left. Hodgepodge of buildings. Empty bottle. Plane comes in to land on the water. A train passes. Busy road. A man waits at the bus stop. Submission closed. Cottage Creek. Railway station. Barren ground. Steps and landings may be slippery when wet. Discarded chairs by the railway. If there's anything I haven't told you. Adult shop. Smell of maple trees. An old man at the bus stop looks at me. Parking. Boards and dodgy tarmac. Empty boxing gym. Could be here all day. Architecture reminds me of old cinemas. Old police station, 1907. Another derelict shop. Defence Force recruiting. Wedding dresses. Loads of wedding shops all in a row. Civic station. A jogger passes me. Lady with a walking stick ambles towards me. Train passes through the level crossing. The pavement shudders. Press pedestrian button. A truck skids. Irish pub where I hid from the downpour. Polish name? Feeling tired. Woman in a black dress. X-ray rooms. A bird twitters. Too hot. Take my coat off. Past, not past. Battered facade. The way I went earlier. Roads are so wide here. A ute. A man holds a stop sign. Statue of a 19th century man. The big ships barely moving. Beach. Flags flying. A circle of people. Foreboding clouds. Ships in distant downpour. James Fletcher, friend of the miners. It's going to rain. Hard. Wooden beam planted in the ground. Ships are like dancers. Many shades of grey. Wooden beam in the ground is a road alignment post, dating from June 1864. A lookout. Dedication plaque. Amazing light. Man in luminous shirt walks past me. A jogger in the distance. Shepherd's Hill. Waves crash large on the rocks. 11 ships. Mosquito bite. Dandelions in November. Crested birds. Butterfly. Boggy ground. Squelchy sound. 0278.803. Empty picnic tables. Spray painted line on the grass. Girl with an umbrella. The leaves on the trees applaud. Fighter jet overhead. People exercising. Empty plastic cup. Strong Aussie accent. Third time up here today. The rain comes. Leave the path. Come on, only once a week. The obelisk. Feels humid. Looking over the treetops. A child has a tennis lesson. Her mother watches. Dense undergrowth. Where does this go? Snowflakes sprayed on a bin. Cracks in the pavement. Was it the earthquake? Pavements look like a drought. A man in a car greets a friend. A child cries in the apartment near to where I'm walking. Two men seem to have the same face. The waft of perfume. Checking her mobile. Distant beach catches the sun. Concrete building next to something Victorian. 18 Victoria Regina 90. Black bird appears, bright yellow eyes. Taxi. The Grand Hotel. The Underground, live entertainment. Henry Renford, convict teacher. Cars leave the car park. Fat man looks tired. Three men in suits. One points at something. Yeah! A lady sits and reads a book. Very steep road. Old building, somehow beautiful in its damaged state. Welcome. Thorn Street. Old Masonic Hall, Art Deco design. Man carries a baby. Ladies Rest Centre. Elderly Citizens Centre. Interesting graffiti. A lady pulls a cardboard box up the road. Now she pushes. The rain comes again, spitting. Kids in the playground. Okay. Steep hill. I can feel my muscles. Rain spots on the concrete. Flowers on the balconies. White painted triangle on the road. Not sure of the way. Aged tree. Beautiful beach in the distance. Motorcyclist pulls up, flag on the back, dressed in luminous colours. Reverend Rene Cuss died 1866. Steps lead the way. Wind in the leaves of the trees around me. The rain can't decide what to do. Red flowers. My legs tense against the decline of the road. A man and a woman carry a bag from a house. Looks like a body. It's a bag of garden waste. Dog paws in the concrete. Fallen red flowers. A bird chirps. A one-eyed cat sits outside a house and watches me pass. Overgrown garden. Bottle top. A bright yellow ute drives past. Falling water counts the time passing. Ugly pink car park. Flowers in a flower box, corner of the street. This time last week I'd just left Sydney. Empty shop, super toys. We are moving. An old man sits on a bench and puts his letters in their envelopes. The crossing sounds, just like a woodpecker. A man with a big grey beard drinks a bottle of Coke. The back of an old woman sitting on a bench. I can see that she's eating. Men working on the window of a supermarket. Men in suits chat on their mobiles. An hour and a half ago, jewellery repair open. Jewellery repair open. Reagan for Lee written in the concrete of the path. Back up the hill again. A woman with strong perfume carries her training shoes. Duck beneath the branch of a bush. Painted white lines on the pavement. A mast. No junk mail, thank you. A hedgehog pushes a wheelbarrow. Empty pack of cigarettes. Don't see many smokers. My heart thumps. 3 times idiot. Glad I had a good breakfast. Dark clouds ahead. Voices in a house to my left. The wind picks up a little. The light is thinner here somehow. The rain comes again. I see the obelisk. Men work high on a crane. Flashing orange lights. Bright orange jackets against the dark clouds. Legs hang outside a car door. The radio's on. Satellite dishes. Lots of satellite dishes. Overturned wheelie bin. Bright red flowers in a tree. Squawking birds. Slippery underfoot. A mirror in the corner of a turning. Shopping trolleys parked beneath a tree. Changed into waterproofs. Awful artificial grass for a front lawn. No idea where I'm going. Piece of twine on the path. A man sorts his shopping in the boot of his car, parked out the rain in his garage. Dead end. Slow. Consult the map. Duck beneath a tree. Bottles emptied somewhere. Autumn leaves swept in a pile. 2 iron hoops hanging on a rope from a tree. The grass is filled in the cracks. Number 17 on 2 faded yellow gateposts. A small child's multicoloured climbing frame. Team 14K. A bird flies just in front of me. The turning I took before. Distant bells ring the hour. 12. Change back out of waterproofs. A lost shoe on the verge. A dog barks. Thick palm trees. Distant bells ring the hour. 12. Change back out of waterproofs. A lost shoe on the verge. A dog barks. Thick palm trees. Stones in cages. A car chirrups. Modern looking house, paintings on the walls, portraits. A man dressed like a shadow lumbers towards me. A bird, sounds like a toy. A garden swimming pool. The sound of DIY. Small yellow flowers left in the hollow of a tree. A car reverses out a drive. I stop. Driver puts on their seatbelt. I carry on. A white streetlight on against the grey. Looks depressing. A garage door closes. They don't have pavements here, just wide roads. The docks ahead of me. Distant rain sweeping in. The obelisk again. The sound of children playing. Distant sound of the sea. Violet flowers against the grey, empty beneath the veranda. A car does a U-turn. The ground feels strange beneath my feet. 2 men look at the engine of their car. A barbecue and bikes. A man on the phone walks with a pink carrier bag. Sarah. 8705. A car starts up as I pass. A car door closes behind me. A woman gets out. Empty packet of chewing gum. The sound of someone sweeping. A woman coughs. The pavement just ends. Music in a flat. Birds peck at litter. The sound of water in drains. Distant voices to my right. The rain comes again. Thunderous motorcycle. Large empty park. Phone box. A jogger jogs with her dog. She arrives and opens her gate. Someone practices their guitar. Shopping trolley. Distant laughing. Dumped household goods on the verge. A chair and a washing machine. The sea in the distance. A lady stands in her garden, arms akimbo. She claps. Music from a house. A cactus. Paint peeling on windowsills. Empty space from a demolished building. Bright headlights against the rain. Bloody weather. Take me, I'm free and I still work. Written on the side of the fridge. The smell of lavender. Laughter in a doorway. Driving rain. The backs of my legs are soaked. Red trailer for sale, $50. A witch drawn in concrete. Ripples in puddles. Someone stands on their porch. Strong wind, cold. Huge waves rushing to the beach. Someone swims in the pool. Constant roar on the water. My footprints behind me. Another dead bird. Clumps of seaweed. Patterns in the sand. Big ships hidden by the haze. Other people's footsteps. The ancient cliff of Iranali. Red flag. Lifeguard surfboard. 2 dead birds. More dead birds. One sits as if still alive, looking at the sea.